welcome to Oracle of the Divine Ophite, and this is a collective tarot reading, so it may not resonate for everyone, but if it does resonate for you, please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also you can hit the notification bell for when I release new videos. It'll let you know. And also feel free to share this video if you feel that it might come in handy for someone else that you know. So I've already done a pre-shuffle. I've meditated on the cards to get an initial message. And so let's get started. So what I'm seeing here in this layout, this spread, what we're dealing with here is someone around you. This person, this is probably an ex. I'm really getting the sense that this is someone who you've had a relationship with in the past. It's been a bumpy relationship. The reason it's been bumpy is because this person has a lot of issues. I'm seeing here that they possibly have some substance abuse issues. They could be an alcoholic or an addict of some kind. And this person is dealing with a broken heart. It could be that it's broken heart as a result of a relationship with you that they've been let go from, so to speak, because of the bumpiness and the bad behavior on their part. And so this person's refusing to let go. They're really having a hard time moving on. They're really having a hard time because they still haven't dealt with these substance abuse issues first and foremost. So just dealing with the relationship issues is just, doubling up for them. They're having a really hard time handling everything together. They're feeling very trapped right now, and it's been a really long road for them. They've finally come to the conclusion that they do need to heal and they need to work on themselves, but they have been unsuccessful doing that so far. They're a very slow mover. This person, they move throughout their life kind of like molasses in a way. They're a bit of a plodder, it takes a long time for them to recognize things, and then once they do recognize things, it kind of takes even longer for them to actually make a move on whatever it is they're contemplating. They really do take their time. So this person is, they're aware that they need to heal, but they're not really healing. And at this particular point, they're feeling very trapped. And they've convinced themselves that the reason that they're trapped is because the relationship with you is not going well. So take this how it resonates. It could be that this person is no longer in your life, or it could be that the person is still in your life, but there's some sort of an emotional rift that's currently taking place between the two of you, and they can feel it very strongly. They can feel that you've moved away from them. They can feel that there's some part of you that you've shut off to them. You've shut off your heart to them. And so, instead of recognizing that there's a reason that's happened, there's a reason you've cut your heart off from them, they're just looking at it as if, it's just a temporary thing, and there's a way that they can get you back in, they can get back into your good graces. They can get you back in their life, or they can get back into your heart space if they just wait it out, if they just wait long enough. Now keep in mind, this person doesn't necessarily even have to have substance abuse issues as well. Substance abuse issues is coming through really strongly, but for some of you out there, this person just might be a codependent. They might be just someone that's overly emotionally dependent on you because they have a pattern of codependency in their lives that probably arose when they were very young. And so they don't really know how to have an equal give and take relationship. They might come off as being very needy. They might come off as being someone who is just constantly kind of depending on you to be the emotional strength in the relationship and not really contributing much from their side. And that's been very exhausting for you. And it's been very, it hasn't, you haven't got as much from the relationship as you've put into it, in other words. And this has been the reason that you've emotionally distanced yourself from this person. And they're feeling it. They're really sensing it now. They're, they can see that something's seriously wrong. But like I said, they don't really know what steps to take to begin to fix things. And honestly, it seems to me like you haven't really been that interested in fixing things, because you've been going through this with this person for a long time, and you seem to have kind of recognized that they're not really willing to work on themselves. They're not really willing to take the time to make sure that they work on themselves and fix whatever's wrong. And so because of that, you've decided to just kind of, go your own way, take care of your own needs. And this is not, sitting that well with them. So basically, where we're at now is that this person has come up with a plan where they want to try to get you back. And they're going to come to you with some sort of a love offer. This love offer, could be something as simple as an apology, but they're also, it seems to me like they have some sort of a financial offer as well. Almost like they feel like maybe they could fix the problem with money, or they could fix the problem with some sort of, material gift. But it's going to be, they're gonna bring something tangible to you as an offer. And that's and I'm kind of getting the sense that this person might be a fire sign. There's some fiery energy in this reading. They could be astrological sign Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But they're going to come to you, and they're going to kind of seem a lot more balanced and stable than what they have been in the future. But I'm getting the sense that it's not really true, because I don't think that they've really healed. I don't think that they've really been working on themselves. They've just figured out what you want to hear. And so they're willing to kind of tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to pull a couple more cards to try to get some more information on this. Okay, so they see you as their 10 of Cups. They see you as the person that they could be happy with for the rest of their lives. They don't really see themselves with anybody else except you. But once again, they're still not really working on themselves or, making any major changes that would help the relationship to move forward. And it seems like, you're going to get a message from them. There's something that's going to be coming through really soon in this regard, where, you're going to hear from them if they've been away from you, or, you haven't been in communication with them for a little bit. You're going to definitely hear from them soon. Let me pull a couple of more cards so I can get some advice as well on how you should deal with this. But the sense that I'm getting here is that this person really needs to work on themselves. This is the most important thing for them right now. And they're just really, they're so codependent. Yeah, this person causes you a lot of stress. I'm really not, I'm not getting a good feeling from this offer that this person's going to come through with. Because if they're codependent, that's something that they really need to work on before they can have a real healthy relationship with anyone. And, since you've been separated from them, either emotionally or physically or both, you've actually been feeling a lot of harmony within yourself. You've actually been in a good place. You've actually been healing from the damage that your relationship with them did to you, to your psyche. So it's looking to me like the advice in this particular situation, it seems to really be just, continue on as you have been, unless you can see some real evidence that this person is working on themselves and that this person is ready to heal themselves, and that, they recognize that they're codependent, and they recognize that, they've got some real issues to deal with before they can be in a good relationship with anyone. It's probably better for you to just take care of your own needs and continue to work on yourself, continue to find that harmony with yourself, because it looks like this person just brings you a lot of stress and a lot of grief. And they came out as a King of Cups in reverse, which means that they haven't healed, and they're going to try to use that to guilt you into coming back into the relationship. They're going to say things like, oh, you broke my heart, I'm continuing in this self-abusive behavior because we're not in the relationship. And it's like that's codependency. That's them putting their emotional weight on you instead of carrying it themselves. And that's not what you're here for. That's not the purpose of your life. Your purpose of your life is to carry, your emotional weight for yourself. And anybody that comes into partnership with you in a relationship should be willing to do equal give and take, not just, use you as an emotional crutch. So that's the advice I'm getting. The advice I'm getting is for you to, in this situation, it's important for you to put your needs first, and to make sure that your needs and your emotional boundaries are respected, and that you are loved and cared for and valued in equal measure. This person needs to work on themselves. So that's the message I'm getting, and I'm going to leave it there. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell as well so you know when new videos come out. Please like the video if anything resonated with you. And feel free to share it if there's somebody else in your life that you feel would benefit from this. And thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.